So, what up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Big Talk. Today, we've got Vedant Lamba, the owner of Mainstreet. For those who don't know what Mainstreet is, Mainstreet is primarily a multi brand outlet, a curated multi brand outlet where he curates the dopest streetwear brands, limited ads, and brands which you generally won't have access to. Vedant also runs Mainstreet Mandate, which is a content delivery platform, and he builds awareness, bringing in the culture. So Vedant, why don't you tell us something about yourself? How did you get into the game?
It was very opportunity based. When I found out about sneakers, I just saw that it wasn't very big in India. So it seemed like, okay, this seems like a fair play to make. It seems like an interesting opportunity. There's a big gap and there's things to be done in between. And that's what we do.
So you were
Yeah.
telling us how Main Street Marketplace functions.
Yeah. These brands release limited edition product. They sell out in seconds. And then they have an aftermarket performance, which we track and play with in terms of buying and selling and trading. And we are attempting to provide a platform for other people to use to trade and sell and things like that.
So for the average Joe out there looking to get into the reselling game, like what advice would you give to that person? How much do you feel that person could earn reselling sneakers?
You could earn an infinite amount. I mean, of course, it's not infinite, but in theory, it could be because it's not a single route. No, it's not just brand to seller to consumer. You could sell one shoe to someone, buy it back from them, sell it to someone else, buy it back from them, sell it to someone else, buy it back from them. So in theory, it is infinite. Now, everybody's approach to playing with it is a bit different, and there is a lot of common misconceptions and getting into it and starting to play with it, like it is with the stock market. Fact of the matter is here, though, it's a lot easier than the stock market. It's very evident when certain sneakers are going up in value. So
Yeah.
one way is to, you invest in the right sneakers. You try to get lucky when it comes to copying items at retail. Just fill in all the raffles, hit up all the first come first serve drops. Those kind of things are like blind money. When Yeezy
Yeah.
releases at 20,000, it's almost guaranteed that you can get at least 22,000. It's a 9% ROI. If it's 22,000, you can easily sell for 24,000, which is like a 9%
Yeah.
ROI in a day.
Yeah.
Annualized, that's almost like a 2,500%. It's wild. That doesn't happen anywhere in any industry. And I think the problem is that most people are enamored by the bigger numbers. And when you don't hit those big numbers immediately, it's like, that instant gratification is not so high. But like any other business in the world, you need to build one at a time. Yeah, for myself, I bought a pair of NMDs
All right.
about, I received them on December 31st, 2016.
It's mad that you
I
remember
remember
the
this, a
date
friend of
as
mine,
well.
I'm just weird like that. I remember dates, but I just remember quite distinctly because a friend of mine had brought it back. Very simple sneakers, 10,000 rupees.
Yeah, I remember the NMDs,
Um,
man.
and I remember it was 10,000 rupees in the UK.
Yeah.
So in India, it was like 80. It hadn't released in India yet, and I didn't know anything about sneakers, but I'd seen them on friend's Snapchat story. I was like, "Yo, what are these?" And then he's like, "Dude, everybody wears Yeezys here," so I bought NMDs. I was like, "Oh, that's crazy." I was like, "How much are they?" It's like 120 pounds. And like I'd asked my dad for a pair of shoes, and he was like, 8,000 is enough.
Like
Uh,
any Indian dad.
just give me one more second, huh, Deepu? Yes, I bought those. My dad said 8,000 bucks is enough. I put like 2K on my own without him knowing. And because my dad's thing is always like, it doesn't matter who's spending the money, but like, you don't need to spend more than 8,000 rupees on shoes. So very secretly, like, I put 2,000 more and I gave it to my friend, and he had brought these back. And I felt like I was a fashion icon.
Okay.
But one thing, man, that I noticed and I really appreciated about Main Street was you weren't like any other brand or marketplace or a retail store coming in that you launch your retail store and then you build a community around it. You actually went the other way around. You actually built an entire community, went heavy on YouTube, totally guerrilla, and then you evolved into this. So it's like, in a way, you were always really passionate about the culture and spreading the word, or like, is it something that
Um, yeah. So for us, like I told you, our fundamental goal, if you look top down, was okay. Sneaker culture is not big in India. How do we grow it? So the core value of the business was to grow sneaker culture. And then that divulged into, okay, Mainstreet TV can do content and generate awareness, and Marketplace can do product and generate accessibility. And then they build their own things. I mean, at the top of it all, we want to make money. Then how do we make money? Growing sneaker culture. How do you grow sneaker culture? And there's these two things. So, I'm a very big believer in the idea of running teams on philosophy. So
sure, man.
more than
Yeah.
giving training, it's very important for us to understand that there's a team who is in sync with what the philosophy we stand on is. Um, which is why the community building just happened very naturally.
So last question, bro. What's two last questions left? What's the most expensive shoe that you ever got for resale for your business?
Around the ballpark of 10 lakhs.
That's mad. About the Dior Air Jordans?
Yes, something like that. Something like that. It's really.
And what's your final advice that you would give, again, like it's repeating that question, to the college kid trying to get into selling sneakers or hype?
I mean, when it comes to getting into sneakers, it's don't be afraid to invest. And if you don't have money, it's all right. A lot of people just give me like I get a lot of DMs like, "Oh, I don't have money to buy. How do I do it? How do I start a resale business?" You can sell without buying. That's what I did at the start. I don't have any money to buy fucking 30,000 rupee shoes, and that's just one. Like the fuck, that's not diversity in that portfolio. You can always sell before buying. So I think it's very important to treat it very objectively as, okay, you need sales, you need customers first. You don't need to have product first, you have customers first. Now, how you get those customers doesn't necessarily have to be by buying product. Like, there's this WhatsApp forward my dad sent me today about this. There was a class at Stanford where they pitched a problem to students, saying, I'll give you $5. It was an entrepreneurship class. They gave all the
Yeah.
students in groups $5 each group, and 2 hours. Whichever group could make the most out of that $5 wins. Most groups are focusing on what they can do with the $5. But one group thought that, okay, our biggest asset is not the $5, it's the fact that we have 2 hours. So they started getting bookings at exclusive restaurants and selling those. They made like a couple of $100.
Yeah.
But the most successful groups figured that their biggest asset was a 3-minute time to present to the class. And they sold that time slot to a Fortune 500 company to come and pitch to recruit students from Stanford. The
Yeah.
whole idea is around lateral thinking. When people get into resale, they're just looking at, oh shit, I need shoes to sell. But what you need is customers. What you need is sales. There's not just one way to get those customers. There's multiple different ways.
Yeah. Out of the
If you
box.
look at it, zoom out.
Yeah.
If you zoom out and look, there's multiple ways to do what you need.
Anyway, bro, thank you so much, man, for doing this and being part of the first
Of
episode.
course. All right, we'll see you around. Nice meeting you. I'll see you soon.
Peace. Likewise, man.
Awesome. Take
Cheers.
care.